What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been eyeing the Springfield Prodigy for a while now. I finally went and picked one up, so let's take a look at it. So when these things came out, I was watching them pretty close. They intrigued me. Who doesn't want a double stack 1911? And this gun seemed like a good option price-wise for more budget-friendly double stack 1911 for most people out there. So like I said, I finally went and picked one up, and this will kind of be my first impressions of this gun. So first off, let's go over what this thing comes with. So it comes with your typical envelope style kind of padded case that you'll never use. It comes with two magazines, a 20 round and a 17 round. These magazines are made by Durabag. They are a metal magazine with plastic base plates. It comes with an optics mounting plate if you buy the version that doesn't have the hex wasp. I didn't want the hex wasp, but it has the plate in the box for that optic if you plan on getting a hex wasp for it. Then it comes with a few Allen wrenches, a lock, and some paperwork like every other gun. So first impression of this thing is it's pretty heavy. The slide and the frame are both forged steel, so they're pretty heavy. A lot of these are an aluminum frame, which lightens them up a bit, but this one's all forged. The grip is really nice. It's very grippy. I like the way the grip feels. It is a large grip like any double stack 1911. It fills up your hand. I don't think I have the smallest hands. I don't think I have the biggest hands, but this thing fills up my hand pretty well. I opted for the 4 1/4 inch version. I heard there's quite a few problems with the 5-inch version, and I kind of like the look of the 4-inch version better. The barrel on this thing is a big bull barrel, has that big crown on the end. It looks pretty sweet in my opinion. It has a fiber optic front sight with the dovetailed in rear sight right there in the optics cover plate. Comes with a skeletonized trigger and hammer. That safety operates nice and smooth. It does kind of hit my hand over here a little bit, you can feel that, but it's not too bad. A couple things right off the bat. Me personally, I cannot reach that slide release with my thumb. That's not just with this gun. Comparing it to like my Combat Master, I can't reach that slide release either. So that'd be a kind of a two-handed operation. And same with my single stack 45 caliber 1911. That's quite a reach, which I would expect most people it is, unless you've got a big old long thumb. And then the magazine release, I can barely get on there, but I can't get enough to release that mag without adjusting my grip a little bit. Where on the Combat Master that I have, it's got a nice big oversized mag release on there. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. And I can get on that pretty easily. Like I said, the grip texture is very nice on this. It provides enough grip. I don't think I would change anything about the grip texture. It has kind of a double undercut underneath that trigger guard. Has some texturing right here on the front of that trigger guard as well. One difference I noticed between the 4 1/4 and the 5-inch is the Picatinny rail underneath. This has only one slot, where the 5-inch has multiple slots for attaching lights and things like that. The recoil spring in this is a little different. It's kind of a two-piece. You got to use your Allen wrench to take it apart and get it out of there. I know that's one of the main things that I've heard people say upgrade very first is that recoil spring. It is kind of firm, so I'll probably be looking into that, see what options there are as far as upgrading that. One thing I didn't really like on this is the trigger. Now, granted, I haven't gone and shot this yet. This is just straight out of the box, kind of first impressions, but this trigger feels very heavy. Let me show you here. So the take-up's not bad. My complaint with the trigger is how heavy it is. I understand that they're mass producing these and they have to make them safe and all that stuff. Compared to my Combat Master, yeah, I understand this is a custom gun and that trigger is going to be a lot better. And then we'll compare it to this 1911. This is a Para. Even this trigger is a lot better than the one in the Springfield. The take up on that is about the same, typical 1911 trigger, but the break is just a lot lighter. It feels a lot crisper. That's kind of one of the things that people tout about a 1911/2011 is the trigger. All other triggers out there are compared to a 1911, and this one leaves some to be desired. So as far as optics, it does come optics ready, which is nice. I will be putting a red dot on there. I'll have to look and see what red dot I want to put on there. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. I also want to do a trigger job on this because I don't like how heavy that is. So if you guys have any experience with these, let me know in the comments, because I'm going to be looking into that. I've never done a trigger on a 19 or 2011, so this will be new for me. If you guys have worked on these and done a trigger on your Prodigy, let me know it worked and how it worked and if you like it or whatever. And then I also want to throw a mag well on this thing. That's one thing I do like on my guns is a mag well. It just, for some reason, it helps my hand placement, and I really like how a mag well feels when I'm shooting, and helps with reloads, obviously. The optics system is a little bit different on this. The plates do have the rear sight built into them. Yes, you can change them. You can drive that sight out and put a different sight in if you wanted, but the sight is incorporated into the plate. But I will have to get the plate for whatever optic I choose, because I'm not putting a hex wasp on this, and that's all that this one works for. Just casually looking on Springfield's website, these plates are about 125 bucks. I'm sure you can find them cheaper somewhere else. But once I figure all that stuff out, I'll make sure I do a video building up this gun a little bit and making it unique for my shooting style. As far as the slide fitment goes, the slide fits nice. There's not much side-to-side movement at all. This pair that I have has a little bit of side-to-side movement. Not bad, but this is a really good shooting gun. I like this gun. And obviously the Combat Master has nothing, and this slide on this thing is just butter. So in the future, I want to do some upgrades to this thing and see how nice we can make this budget 2011 compared to something like the Combat Master or a Staccato. There's what it looks like with the 20 round magazine in it. Here's that flush fit 17 round magazine. And then this is the magazine for my Combat Master. It's a Staccato magazine. It also fits those in there. Once I get this to the range, I'll test that out and see how reliability and stuff is. But from what I've read, they run flawlessly in the Prodigy. Another thing I noticed when I picked this thing up, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, is just these seams right here in the plastic. There's a seam right here, and it runs the length of the trigger guard. It's just got little plastic seams that stick up just a little bit that were kind of rubbing on my finger a little. So I may get kind of a buffing wheel and maybe buff those out, try and smooth those out so it's nice and smooth across there, just so there's no irritation points when I'm out shooting this. But all in all, I think this is a great starting point for a budget-friendly 2011. There's nothing else on the market even close to this price range. I think this platform's got a lot of potential. So drop me a comment, let me know what you think I should do to this thing and what parts and pieces I should use. If you guys have experience or done one up yourself, let me know what works, what doesn't work, what's good, what's bad, all that stuff. I'm gonna start looking into getting parts and stuff for this and making it that much better. If you guys haven't yet, go check us out at ballisticallychallenged.com. I've got a bunch of tools and red dots and things like that I like to use over there. So if you guys are looking, go over there. I have a build list for all the videos I've done. As always, don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll check you guys on the next one.